How are ya? Welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of Puzzle Bobble. Sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. I've really enjoyed spending time in the 90s in the arcade playing Puzzle Bobble because I've spent so much time playing this game in the arcade as a kid. Really fun, really relaxing arcade game. It's been fun shining the spotlight on this game with all of you lovely, lovely people. So thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join my Puzzle Bobble live streams, and thank you for supporting Classic Hits Gaming overall as well. Thank you so much. Please bear with me as I change the thumbnail of the live stream as always, and then I must share the live stream, and then I will be ready to rock and roll. So bear with me. It's so nice for me to distract myself from the blight, the disease, the infection, the cancer that is modern gaming, and just shine the spotlight on the three greatest decades of gaming: the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. Decades where video games are original, innovative, creative, and more importantly, fun. Decades where genres were created, defined, and where the game would set the standard for gaming. Games like Super Mario 64. Games like Super Mario 64. A game that gave all of us lovely people full, real 3D gaming for the very first time. I'm just trying to change the thumbnail of this live stream. There we go. Yeah, so it's just so nice to say, fuck you, modern gaming, and say, hello, classic gaming. And to share classic gaming, more importantly, with all of you lovely people. Please bear with me for another few moments. I'm almost finished. Just sharing the live stream to a playlist, as I always remind you lovely people of you. If you've ever missed any of my content on Classic Hits Game, you can catch up on my playlists. Okay, so now I just need to share the live stream, and then I'm ready to go for my final session of Puzzle Bobble. Let's go. Japanese version, please. And it's automatically resumes from my previous session, which is handy. Hello there, the Divine Void, my good friend. Welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming. How's your day going? This is, of course, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming: the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of Puzzle Bobble. So thank you for taking the time to join these Puzzle Bobble live streams, and thank you overall for your support on Classic Hits Gaming. Look at that for skills. It's very much appreciated. And enjoy the live stream. First indeed. Not bad. Just got home from work. How was work? Thank you for deciding to spend your free time with Classic Hits Gaming. How was your day, Mr. Cage? I love the name, Mr. Cage. You know, maybe I shall adopt Mr. Cage as my nickname on Classic Hits Gaming. I shall. Mr. Cage is my nickname. I love it. Because I love Mortal Kombat. I love Johnny Cage. He's actually my main in Mortal Kombat 1. Love that. Thank you so much for christening me Mr. Cage on Classic Hits Gaming. My day has been good now. Thank you very much for asking. What about yourself? You know, I like when games had a simple objective, but was as you progressed through the game, you know, that objective, like as simple as it is, executing it would become more and more difficult as the game went on. So, I mean, the objective in Puzzle Bobble is to use the pointer at the bottom of the screen to aim coloured bubbles at the coloured bubbles at the top of the screen, match the colours, pop the bubbles, and that's it. That's it. You don't need to sit through pages of tutorials to figure out what the hell to do. You don't have to watch any cutscenes to understand what's going on. Nothing like that. Just pop bubbles. And that's what I love about classic gaming. You know, these 90s, these 80s, 90s arcade games with simple goals but difficult to master. No, here's an open world game that we're going to throw you into and you've got no fucking clue what to do. And you just spend 3 hours thinking you've progressed the story only to pick up a shiny sword that's of no fucking use to you. Yeah. Modern gaming. Yay. Mr. Cage. Fucking love the name of that. Just chilling now. Good stuff. Glad to hear. Chilling. Relaxing. Love it. Probably hop on Mortal Kombat 1. Trying to reach mastery with Liu Kang. But it does take absolutely. It takes an error to level up in Mortal Kombat 1. Thankfully, early on, I found a kind of an easy way of leveling up in Mortal Kombat 1. It basically involved me going to a node in Invasions. It was one of the endurance fights, the triple threat fights, and just keep winning over and over again, getting a brutality or a fatality with flawless victory over and over again. On a lower level, by the way, this was like the first mesa of Invasions. So at the early stage of Mortal Kombat 1, you would get a lot of experience for defeating enemies that were a lower level than you. But then, of course, Warner Brothers realized that players figured out a quicker way to level up and get Dragon Crystals, so they basically nerfed that system. because Warner Brothers are greedy motherfuckers. Modern gaming, yay! But thankfully, I capitalized on it early on before they actually realized what the fuck was going on. So I actually reached mastery with every fighter and cameo in Mortal Kombat 1, thankfully. So I got myself a good amount of free dragon crystals. So far, I haven't spent any of my own money on dragon crystals in Mortal Kombat 1. I got some dragon crystals with PlayStation Stars, which was pretty handy. But yeah, I haven't spent any dragon crystals out of my own money, thankfully. I have a serious question. Well, it ain't that serious, but I have a question that I'd like to ask in a serious manner, and I'd love if someone could answer in a serious manner. Like, I'd love if someone could take this question serious instead of me just saying it, and instead of people's reaction being, I know, yeah. But my question, and I'm actually going to pause briefly. I apologize now, briefly. I just, every day, I unfortunately live in the blight, in the fucking, in the blight that is modern gaming, and it gets worse day by day. And one of the fucking main issues with modern gaming is it's boring. Games are boring. The majority of them are boring. They're dull. They're unoriginal. They're uninnovative. They lack creativity. Look at Concord. Look at Concord. A triple A game that fucking cost, what was it, like hundreds of millions of, of dollars was put into that game. Sony literally bought the company that made the game because they believed it was going to be so big. They expected everyone to go out and buy it. They thought the game would blow up. It's an online hero shooter. It's part of a saturated genre. It's not original. It's not innovative. It's not fun. That is the main reason why it failed. It's not because of wokeism. It's not because a few of the characters had pronouns. It's not the main issue. Streets of Rage in the 90s had a diverse cast of characters. The main character in Metroid that came out in the 80s was female. Fair Effect on PlayStation 1 in the 90s had the main character as a female lesbian. One of the main bosses and one of the most important characters in Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty was bi. Diversity and inclusion were in gaming well before people started shouting woke. So stop ignoring the other issues with modern gaming and stop focusing just on the woke issues. Concord was a boring, dull, unoriginal, uncreative, uninnovative game. That is the main reason why it flopped. So my question, because that is an issue with modern gaming. So my question is, and this is a serious question, what was the last video game that released, right, that you can think of that created a new genre and that set the standard for gaming? At the very least, what was the last game that released that was absolutely different to anything else you saw before? Had we seen a game like Puzzle Bobble? Yes, we've seen tile matching puzzle games, but was it like Puzzle Bobble? I'd love to know. I've spent some real money, but most items in a shop are, oh my God, oh, you have my sympathy. You have my sympathy. I don't see. I don't think there was either. What was the last game that released that set the new standard for gaming, like Super Mario 64 did in the 90s on Nintendo 64? Before that game released, games were 2D in every way. Characters were designed in 2D. The game worlds around you were designed in 2D. You could only move in 2D. Along comes Super Mario 64 on Nintendo 64, and all of a sudden you've got characters rendered in full 3D. The game world around you was 3D. Everything was rendered in 3D, and you could move around in a 3D space. You Zoomers, I'm sorry now, but you Zoomers have absolutely no fucking clue how huge that was for gaming. You have Super Mario 64, you have the Nintendo 64, and you have Nintendo to thank for the way that you look at games and the way that you see the game worlds and the way you actually explore in your lovely, empty, open world fucking games. Because that was a game that set the standard for gaming. That was a game that was original and innovative. And it wasn't just Super Mario 64. I mean, obviously, like Ocarina of Time as well. And obviously, PlayStation followed on from Super Mario 64, of course. And they expanded upon those ideas, obviously. And we had like sandbox open world. We had the sandbox open world genre with Grand Theft Auto. So what was the last fucking game that did that? That set the standard? Yes, you can improve the genre. Yes, you can redefine the genre. But what was the last genre that was actually created? I'd love to know. So far, nobody has commented. There is 5 people watching, and so far, nobody can tell me the last game that actually set the standard for gaming and was a new genre. Modern gaming is dull, boring, unoriginal, lacking creativity, and uninnovative. And that is one of the main issues with modern gaming. Concord is the biggest example. Again, it's not, people are not buying. Concord didn't fail because of they, them pronouns. That's not why Concord failed. That is not the main reason. Like, it contributed, yes, because gamers have had enough of like video games trying to be so fucking political and trying to be so diverse and making that the basis of a good game. Of course, but that wasn't the main reason the game flopped. I think the main reason that game flopped because gamers just had enough. Enough was enough, and that was the time, that was the moment, and that was the game where gamers had enough of dull, boring, unoriginal, uninnovative games. There's nothing new, nothing fresh, nothing innovative about the online hero shooter genre. And also the fact that it was like, it was €40 for this game when you could play games like Overwatch for free. You know? Also, what's funny is Concord was in development for 8 years. 8 years they had to make this game amazing, to make this game new, to make this game fresh. 8 fucking years. And now they're coming out and they're like, what's this? Your trophy. High score has been updated. Do you want to register your score? Yes, I do. That is the first time I actually reached the game over screen. So we're going to start from scratch now. Yeah, 8 years they had. And now they're saying, well, give us some time and we'll try to make it better. 8 fucking years. Jesus Christ almighty, huh? But you know, what's funny though is, I mean, I could make a rant video, I could make a rant stream talking about the state of modern gaming, talking about the second great video game crash that we're actually living in, that only now, you know, YouTubers are talking about this, only now, when I've been talking about the second great video game crash for fucking, I'd say, years now, to be quite honest with you. I could make a video. I could do a live stream talking about those things. But the funny thing is, even though I am talking about it now in this stream, the funny thing is I don't even need to, because modern gaming is partaking in self-sabotage. It's destroying itself. Modern gaming is speaking for itself. I don't need to remind anyone the state of modern gaming. I don't need to give any examples. I don't need to tell people that we're living in a second video game crash, because it's all around us. Concord is just one example. Concord won't be the first and it won't be the last. You know? That guy Kyle has appeared in the live chat. Kyle, my friend, as always, welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, which is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of Puzzle Bobble. Thanks, as always, for taking the time out of your day to join the live stream. I hope all is well with you, and I hope that you enjoy. Spoke about before, I think indie games push the boundaries and innovate. They absolutely do. You will not see indies give us something that we just don't expect to see. As far as creating a new genre, though, I'm not quite sure about that. To be quite honest with you, but I suppose I don't mean to be harsh on indies, but I suppose indies is kind of its own thing, if you know what I mean. I suppose I'm talking about like gaming as a kind of like mainstream gaming, I suppose, if that makes sense. Like I suppose like we haven't seen a new genre in mainstream media for a hell of a long time, you know. But indie games, I love them, but they never get enough popularity or traction to keep making new things. See, that's the thing. Shooters are free roam reskins. It's a reskin. It's recycled. It's recycled. It's just, that's the problem with modern gaming. Is we're getting a lot of recycled games. I don't think I actually gave myself enough credits in the last session, but let me give myself some more credits this time. And Night in the Woods was absolute amazing indie game. I don't think I've actually heard of that game, to tell you the truth. Listen, lads, I love indie games. I love how creative they are, how definitely original they are. But I suppose I mean like mainstream gaming, like, you know, like AAA game. What the fuck did I do that for? Why did I put that green bubble there? AAA, like blockbuster games from big gaming companies is supposed to what I'm talking about, you know? Like, we haven't seen anything original from them. Some really indie, absolutely. Oh my god, I'm not denying that. Absolutely, indie games are 100% original, and they're just so different to what's out there in the mainstream. Yes, I understand you, classic. You sure you are mainly talking about the big AAA sellers. Yeah, like I suppose like the way I'd put it like is like mainstream gaming. I completely understand like that indies do their own thing. There was usually a small team. Indies, oh my god, like you know what? There's a lot of fake indies out there. You know, like EA Originals. We're EA Originals. We're indies. We make indie games. You're not indie. Your boss is literally EA. EA literally signs your paychecks. You are literally funded by one of the biggest video game companies in the world. They're stinking rich. You're not indie. Indie is like two people, you know, working from their working from a basement, on such a low budget, like on low tech, like just making these really like fucking low budget games, simple games that look simple, play simple, sound simple, but have such an original idea that's fun and people like it. Games like Meat Boy, like I think there's original indie and now there's new indie, and the new indie is like it's not indie, you know. But they do make absolutely fucking out there games that are so different. But I suppose like when I'm talking about setting the standard for gaming, like I don't mean any disrespect to indies, but they're not going to set the standard for gaming. You know, like I mean, like Super Mario 64 wasn't created by two people in a basement. It was created by like one of the biggest companies in gaming, Nintendo. That set the standard for gaming, like 3D gaming. 3D gaming it still is the standard for gaming. Nobody has went beyond 3D gaming. There's no 4D gaming. I mean, we have VR, but like, I mean, like, Nintendo has set the standard for gaming. Rockstar, not Rockstar, but DMA Design, set the standard for like sandbox open world video games. And obviously companies have expanded upon that genre over the years. But my point is, I cannot recall the last mainstream video game that created a new genre or set the standard for gaming. Like when I think of genres, I think of role playing games, um, beat 'em ups, um, action, adventure, platforming, you know, survival horror, just to name a few. Like I can't recall a genre that I haven't heard of that's new, that's only been out there. And I definitely can't think of a game that has like set the new standard that other companies follow. Yeah, all we have now is recycled games. The majority of games now just they all look the same and play the same with slight little differences here and there. My God, like can people remember the first time they saw Grand Theft Auto? I saw a game like Spyro the Dragon or Super Mario 64. They were different. But yeah, that was just one thing that I just wanted to, I suppose highlight like more than the other issues with modern gaming, because there's a lot of issues with modern gaming. And again, I could do a live stream. I could upload a video talking about all of those issues with modern gaming. Talking about the blight, the cancer that is modern gaming. I could talk about the second great video game crash, but I already have. I already have. I already have. I've been doing that for literally years. No, but the great thing is I don't need to. I don't need to, because video modern gaming is doing all the talking for me. It's not even talking. It's demonstrating through its actions. You know, just how shit modern gaming is. And you'd have to literally have your head buried in the sand not to realize that we are facing a second video game crash. You know, but I just wanted to highlight just one of the issues, which is the fact that again, modern gaming is just so dull and it's boring, and it's unoriginal, it's uncreative, and it's uninnovative. And I just literally cannot remember the last game that came along and created a new genre and became the next standard for gaming. I literally cannot. And apart from indies, apart from independent games, I can't think of any mainstream game that has come along and said, this is going to be how you play games from the one. And this is going to be your new genre. So yeah, that's just the point I wanted to make. Point made. Move on. But I hope all of you lovely, lovely people are having a great day. And I want to thank you again for taking the time to join the live stream. To me, it feels like games are trying to be, are trying not to be offensive to people. Very good point. It's like these consulting companies are, knocking on the door of video game companies and saying, mind if I come in? And the video game company is like, okay. And the consulting company's like, right. I think we have to make this character black. We have to. He has to be black. Or, or she has to be lesbian. Or, this character has to be they or them because we'll offend a microscopic fraction of the gaming community. Yeah, you're dead right. It seems to be that case, right? Even movies. Look at Snow White. Yep, you're spot on. You're spot on. Not just video games. The entire entertainment industry, hell, the entire fucking world is walking on eggshells, not to offend a microscopic section of society. I mean, let's face it. It's the truth. It is the truth. Where does this, like, when you hear, oh, people are offended. People are offended. Who are those people? Who are those people? They're mostly found online. You see, the people that get offended by everything, today. The people who are, crying out, why do we say the man on the moon? Why can't it be the woman in the moon? Why can't it be them on the moon? Those kind of people, when you hear about those things online, it's it's look, it's a minority of loud people online that are offended. Okay. But it's the majority of some really quiet people online that just, you know what I mean? That just don't give a fuck about these things. You know, they don't care if a video game doesn't have a black person. They don't care if a video game doesn't have a gay person. They just want to play a game and have fun. That's the majority of gamers, but they're not as loud as the minority of people that are crying. So yeah, it happens in movies, it happens in video games, it happens in entertainment, it happens in the world. We should stop trying to fucking stop walking on eggshells, try not to offend a minority of loud people, because that's what it is at the end of the day. That's what it is. People make games to make money and not to make something they are passionate about. It's a very good point, actually. I mean, obviously, every business has to make money, but see, the hilarious part about it is tell that to Sony. Because if Sony want to make money, then they should realize that people don't want your boring, unoriginal, uninnovative, and uncreative um, live service games. They don't want a game like Concord. So if Sony want to make money, they should actually listen to the majority of gamers who want more games like Astrobot. Read the room, Sony. Read the room. Don't read a bunch of kids who love to play online games. Again, online. Don't listen to the forums online of people saying, "Oh, I love player versus player games." Read the room. Look at the fucking reaction that Astrobot is already getting. People want that game. That's your market. Make single player fun games. That is what people want. So you're right. Video game companies should be making money. Every business has to make money, but you're right. Like, it's a good point though about the passion. You also have to be passionate about, because if you're not passionate about what you're making, how the fuck do you expect the audience to be passionate about it? If your only motivation is to make money, then you're going to have a Concord situation on your hands, you know? But it is so true. It is what separates great material from oh my God, Call of Duty has done more for this planet than Greta Thunberg or her followers will ever do, because Call of Duty is the most recycled piece of garbage in the video game industry today. And I ain't saying that because, Microsoft has acquired it now. So I all of a sudden have to hate Call of Duty, even though all my life I grew up playing Call of Duty. All my life I played. I couldn't shut the fuck up talking about Call of Duty. But now that Microsoft has it, I had to say it's shit. No, that's not my mentality. That's not how my mind works. I was never a fan of Call of Duty to begin with anyway. I've only liked Black Ops, and that was it. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, of course. But I always felt that every single Call of Duty just felt exactly the fucking same. And I had to listen. I had to listen to Nintendo haters all my life saying, Nintendo milk Mario. I mean, they're just releasing the same fucking games over and over again. Honestly, you fucking blind? Do you need to go to Specsavers? I mean, look at the fucking difference between Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario 3D World. Fucking miles apart. Look at the difference between Super Mario Wonder and New Super Mario Bros. 2. Fucking worlds apart. Do you know what I mean? It's Call of Duty that looks exactly the fucking same. I mean, I could literally make a Call of Duty trailer. Seriously, just a bunch of fucking jacked up American soldiers, fucking running through a fucking war-torn street. Go, 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 let's go, go, go. Right grenade show, take cover. Oh, we're gonna save the day. Oh, fuck off. Seriously, like, it's the same shit every single fucking time. There's nothing original. Just do something different. But I can't because they're unoriginal. That's why. I've always been a single player game. I love a good story. And right now I'm loving MEO and the Smiling Man on Switch, as you know. And that has one hell of a fucking story, let me tell you. I actually can't recall any Nintendo game that has had a story like it. I can't. Man, do you know what I love? I love watching gamers, gamers, quote unquote, gamers change the goalposts when it comes to their opinions on things. It's just so nice to sit back and watch. But yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting back and I'm just watching the self destruction of modern gaming, and it's a thing of beauty. Let me tell you, mm, it brings a smile to my face. Mm. I can't put it into words really. Other than that, really, I don't like Call of Duty. I mean, Black Ops, I liked. The story was fucking intriguing, to be honest with you. I liked the gameplay, but then I just realized that every other Call of Duty game after that was just the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, come on. Just how about just approaching? Do you know what's hilarious? Do you know what's fucking hilarious? Like, you know, I remember when they added in first person. Oh, it says first person now. Oh, so literally, just a camera perspective is is supposed to excite me. A camera perspective is supposed to be the new standard for Call of Duty. Imagine a Super Mario 64 just went first person. You know what I mean? Like, and instead of like moving from left to right and seeing your character, you just were moving in a tunnel. It's like Doom or something, but it was just like one tunnel. But you were just playing as you were playing as Mario, but you couldn't see him. Oh, Mario is now in first person. But no, Mario became 3D. You could see Mario fully rendered in 3D. You could move around the world in 3D, and that entire world was rendered in 3D. But no, Call of Duty went first person, or no, third person. Sorry, I got it the other way around. I got it the other way around when they went first person. You know, I mean, I don't know, really. Like, I mean, I think one of the biggest problems as well with modern gaming is that hopefully Concord, you know, becomes the first victory of many for the gamers. Hopefully, we don't go back to our old ways, because a lot of gamers just accept this bullshit, and they just like their standards are so low. You know, like a third person Call of Duty game to them is different. But what about really being different? What about making like an RPG Call of Duty, like a turn-based combat Call of Duty? You know, just make it different. I mean, if people are okay with turning a survival horror into a fucking glorified Call of Duty, with Resident Evil 5 and 6, then why wouldn't they accept Call of Duty changing? Or is it because they grew up with Call of Duty the way that they want it to be? Eh? But they don't want to see their beloved franchise they grew up with change. Oh no, well they're perfectly okay. They're perfectly okay to be okay with Resident Evil being action oriented because they were sucking on their mother's tits when the original Resident Evil came out and they couldn't give a shit anyway. Huh? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Hmm. What are your thoughts on GTA 6? My thoughts on GTA 6 is I hope everyone looking forward to it enjoys the game. I'm so glad that all of you people are finally able to at least look at a trailer for this game, know that it's coming out, know when it's coming out. Well, at least the window of when it's coming out. At least you know it's official. I hope you enjoy the game and I hope it lives up to your expectations, but it's not for me because I am not the target audience anymore. Gaming has changed, as you well know. Look around you, look at modern gaming. A lot of games are now aimed at different people, different audiences. I'm not the audience that Rockstar is aiming at with GTA 6. Um, I enjoyed Grand Theft Auto on PS1. One of my first, actually, it was the first ever PS1 game I played, actually. I enjoyed the London expansion pack. I enjoyed GTA 2. I 110% enjoyed GTA 3 because it just, again, it goes back to when games were actually fun, when they were original, when they were different, when they were fresh, innovative. I had never seen a game looking that good. I just couldn't believe. There was one moment I was always talking about. When I got into a van for the first time in GTA 3, I just couldn't believe I could actually do that. It just looked so real at the time. Um, I enjoyed GTA Vice City, San Andreas. 4 was when I realized that this series is starting to change. Now, I liked GTA 4 and I enjoyed it, but there was this, there was this, there was this thing, there was this thing that was with me the whole time, this cloud that was with me the whole time, and I just knew this series is changing. And then GTA 5 comes along, and I bought it, and I played it, and I liked it. But once GTA Online became a thing, and all of these new generation GTA fans came along, um, and GTA became an online game, and it became a game about you know buying clothes and buying cars and buying mansions and showing off to my online friends. I was like, yeah, that's not my Call of Duty. That's not for me. That's not for me. So to cut long story short, GTA 6 is not for me, and I won't be buying it. But I won't be taking away anyone's enjoyment of GTA 6 because I know what it's like to look forward to a new GTA and to enjoy a new GTA. And if your idea of GTA is having fun with your friends online or looking around the map for Easter eggs and stuff, have fun. I won't take that fun away from you. Who am I to take that fun away from you? But as far as as far as what are my thoughts on GTA 6, my thoughts, that's what I think. What I think is not wrong. What I think is I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of what I think. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. That's what I think. You know what I mean? If you want to have fun playing GTA 6, all you other people, you can go there and you can play GTA 6, but that's how I feel. Totally valid opinion, mate. I thank you. I asked because learning different perspectives is good to think critically. Oh, absolutely, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's how someone feels about something is like what someone thinks of someone's opinion shouldn't matter, if that makes sense. Because as you said, we all have different perspectives, and yeah. So that's how I feel about GTA 6, and what anyone says or feels about what I feel about GTA 6 is not going to change a damn thing. I just see it as, this game will be the San Andreas for a new generation of kids. It will. It will be the San Andreas for a new generation of kids because to a lot of gamers, their first GTA would have been like GTA 4 and even GTA 5. Hell, it's been fucking 10 years since GTA 5 was in America. So quite literally, I was 10 when I was playing GTA 1. So yeah, there will literally be a lot of 10-year-olds now basically playing. To a lot of people, they might have seen their family playing GTA 5, another like a 10-year-old kid, and they're going to go and they're going to buy GTA 6. But listen, as I said, if people want to go out and buy GTA 6, that's fine, but it's not for me. I don't look at GTA. I haven't even watched the trailer, but obviously I've seen screenshots and stuff pop up online. But it's just, look, GTA 5 made me realize and GTA 4, this is not like it didn't really do a whole lot for me. I think they went a bit too serious at times with the story as well. With GTA 5. I don't really feel GTA's story should really be serious. And I haven't seen a trailer of GTA 6, but it seems like they are trying to go for this real, like, serious kind of story, you know. And I'm not having it, like, But again, it's just not. I mean, I just know that I'm not the audience, and I'm okay with that. There's plenty of games I can play, even modern games, where I feel like I can still feel like, I grew up with this game, and I still feel like the developer has my interests at heart. Whereas I just feel like Rockstar and Take Two are just interested in selling shark cards to a bunch of kids who just care about going online, showing off their virtual clothes and their virtual, fucking houses, to people. And just, yeah, not for me. Cut long story short, not for me. Off topic, but the clown squishmallow I wanted is completely sold out. What is squishmallow? I'm sorry, I do not know what squishmallow is. Like, my answer regarding GTA 6 is kind of similar to when anyone asks me, like, am I getting Silent Hill 2 remake or reimagining or whatever the fuck it's called? Um, Once I heard Konami say that it was for the modern audience, that's when I knew I'm out. It's not for me. That's fine. I respect your decision, Konami. That's fine. I hope the modern audience loves Silent Hill 2 remake or reimagining, but I'm not the modern audience. I'm the original audience, so it's not for me. I mean, I was happy enough that I actually eventually, booted up Silent Hill 2 and completed it a couple of weeks back. So I have no need or motivation to buy this reimagining. Actually, I don't think it's actually a reimagining officially. I mean, maybe some fans might consider it a reimagining, but I don't. You can't, because Konami came out and said that this is actually an authentic. Like, they're basically giving you an authentic. They mentioned authentic. You can't be authentic and reimagine the game at the same fucking time. You can't. You can't put authentic and reimagining in the same fucking sentence. You can't. You can't. It's like if I drew you lovely people, um, um, a piece of art. If I drew Sonic, I'm looking back at a Sonic plush right now. If I drew you lovely, even though I can't draw off my life, but if I drew you a lovely Sonic plush right now, okay, and then a couple of streams down the road, right, I wanted to basically recreate that drawing. Now, if I drew that drawing exactly the same as the first drawing, then that would be an authentic recreation of my first drawing. But if I decided to give Sonic purple hair, put a nose ring on him, make him look stoned, and gave him boots instead of fucking runners, didn't give him any gloves, that would be a reimagining, because I would reimagine my view on what that Sonic plush is. So you can't be authentic and reimagine. So I don't care what anyone says, in all due respect, it's not a reimagining, it's a remake. Okay? So that is not gonna like so that's not gonna trick my intelligent mind into um buying that game. Oh well, I suppose I will buy it because it's a reimagining, so that it'll be different to what it. No, it won't be. It's authentic. The story, they said themselves, it's authentic. And that was the reason why everyone was happy with Silent Hill 2 overnight with that story trailer, was because the story was literally authentic. The problem with me not getting this game is I'm not the modern audience. They said that this is for the modern audience, which also doesn't make any sense, because why would you want to deliver an authentic experience of something to an audience who weren't even alive when the original source material that you're trying to recreate an authentic version of wasn't even born? Like, that to me makes no fucking sense. Seriously. But I won't be getting it anyway. No, genuinely don't. No, they're huge over here. They're just a kind of plushy. Squishmallow. I genuinely haven't heard of Squishmallow. I'll use that money. now to my MK1 DLC. I recommend that definitely. I don't have high hopes for it though. I'm actually looking forward to it personally. To be honest with you, we've seen people call games definitive edition and remove original music, so I don't know if I trust authentic. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, you can't really trust game developers nowadays, can you? But they are saying it's authentic anyway. But the only problem is they're saying it's for a modern audience. God, I would love. I know I keep pausing the game. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find the right balance of pausing and getting some gameplay. And so I'm kind of like, I don't want to pause it too long. Um, I would love if a game developer just in the morning. I'd love if I woke up tomorrow morning, okay, and Shigeru Miyamoto announces Super Mario 64 remake, and he talks a little bit about it, and he says, "Yeah, decided to remake a game that I am very passionate about. That is has a special place in my heart as a game developer and as a Nintendo employee. This is the game that set the standard for gaming, introduces all to 3D gaming. I'm remaking this game, and it's for people who grew up playing this game, and for people who have played this game at a later stage of their life, who basically people who love Super Mario 64 as it is, um, and it's going to be a 100%. It's going to be 100% authentic to the original. Basically saying, basically him. He's not going to say those exact words, but basically him saying, "Fuck the modern audience. This is not for you. If you don't like Super Mario 64, don't get the remake. I'm not going to alter my game to you if you don't like the original Super Mario 64. If you don't like Super Mario 64, then this remake is not for you. If you have no interest in Super Mario 64, this remake is not for you. If you're too young to know what Super Mario 64 is, this remake is not for you." And we're also going to be making it authentic because we don't care if you don't know about the game and I better add in stuff. I better make Mario. Um, I better give Mario pronouns. No, that's how you do a remake. You make it for the people who love the game, and you make it authentic. That is how you do a fucking remake. Like if people don't like Silent Hill 2 in its original form, then fuck off. Konami shouldn't be walking on eggshells to appease those people. If they don't have respect and appreciation for PS2 games, then fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that people shouldn't be bending over backwards just to satisfy an audience that doesn't give two fucks about the source material. Do you know what I mean? Boom. I'm still bitter they made Cyrax and Sector as females. I can completely understand your point, but we've been through this. Fire God Liu Kang restarted time, created a new era, and in that era, Cyrax and Sector are female. It's not a case of on Monday morning, Cyrax and Sector are female. They went to sleep on Monday night. Oh, sorry, a male. On Tuesday morning, they woke up as females. Like there's a reason why they're females, and I'm okay with that. I really am. And Chad Middleton, my friend, I see that you have joined the live stream. Thank you so much for joining my final session of Puzzle Bobble. As you know, this is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the 90s. Great to have you in the live stream. Hope you're doing well, Chad. And yes, oh my God, let me hold that thought, Chad, on the Minecraft movie. They could put all 388 international N64 games on a 35 gigabyte Switch cartridge, but will they do it? No, they won't. they want us to subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. You know, of course they're not going to do that. Rough typo. Jesus Christ Almighty. I see. I don't. Do I have any UK viewers in the live chat by any chance? Is GGP watching the live stream? Is anyone from the UK or Ireland watching the live stream? Or maybe my international viewers, maybe you lovely international people know this show. Has anyone ever watched Benidorm? Well, there's a character in Benidorm that is transsexual. I don't even know a term to use, but the only term that I can think of is transsexual because it's basically a man who is dressed as a woman. Um, you know, and his name is Leslie. And when I watched the trailer for the Minecraft movie, and this character, I don't know who the fuck it is. It isn't Jack Black's character because he's playing as Steve. It's the other character. It's the man that it looks like a man that is dressed as a woman. It looks like a trans. And all I can think of is Leslie from Benidorm. And I'm like, why the fuck is Benidorm? Why is Benidorm in Minecraft? You know what? I'm actually in the perfect mood actually to handle Western female neglecting her role. That's a great picture of your mother as well, by the way. I mean, I didn't really see much of her face when I was banging her last night, but nice photo there of your mother. Quit yapping. Quit yapping. So you have a problem with mainstream media telling people what to do, but you are here telling me to quit yapping. Isn't you telling me to quit yapping something that you feel the left-wing liberals do? You know, I would imagine you would accuse a lot of left-wing liberals as being aggressive, telling people what to do, shouting into their face, telling you what to do. I would imagine you would fight for things like freedom of speech. But here you are telling me to quit yapping. Doesn't that go against democracy? Doesn't that go against freedom of speech and freedom in general? Oh, so you have assumed that I'm a lefty. I bet you have a bingo card. I bet you think you know me. See, this is how brainwashed you are. Because your view on someone who doesn't think like you is automatically a left wing because of the videos you watch and the people that influence you. So you think you know me. You think I'm a left wing liberal. I bet you think that I support Joe Biden, even though I'm Irish. I bet you think that I'm in favour of abortion. I bet you think that I march up and down Cork City in a gay parade. I bet you think that I'm atheist. Oh, sorry, I bet you think that I'm like an avid Christian. Honestly, I bet you have all these boxes that you have ticked for me. You know nothing about me, pal. You know nothing about me. I'm from the Isles, my brother. Let me see if I'm getting all the live. I am. Am I getting all the live? I want to make sure that I'm getting the entire chat. Sorry, no, my viewers, but I'm just in the mood to respond to this guy tonight. I'm okay with Sector Cyrax being female. Fake fan. Fake Mortal Kombat. Have you played Mortal Kombat? Are you a fan of Mortal Kombat? Have you played Mortal Kombat 1? If you played Mortal Kombat 1, you would know that the story is about Fire God Liu Kang, who literally restarts time, creates a new era. Everything that happened before that era was wiped. This is a new beginning. History has been restarted. Time has been restarted. It's a new era. I don't know how more clearer I can make that point. So in that era, Sector and Cyrax are female. Just like Sub-Zero and Scorpion are no brothers. I don't see anyone complaining about that. Just like Kuai Liang is actually Scorpion. I don't see anyone complaining about that. Shao Kahn is not the Emperor of Outworld anymore. I don't see anyone complaining about that. But Cyrax and Sector becomes female, and these brainwashed, controlled, dumbass, like right wing motherfuckers, start bitching. So the real fake Mortal Kombat fans are people like you who don't even get the story of Mortal Kombat 1. I used to think of Vicky Pollard. What the fuck? Vicky Pollard. Oh, God.
Classic Hits Gaming like modern liberal crap in games now.
And what are you basing that on? I bet you think that the only reason Concord failed was because characters had pronouns. I bet you think the only reason that game failed was because of wokeness. You do realize that wokeness was in gaming as far back as the 80s. The main character of Metroid was female. One of the main characters of Streets of Rage in the 90s was black. And by the way, Metroid released in the 80s. Perfect Dark in the PlayStation 1 had a main character that was female and lesbian. That was woke. One of the main bosses in Metal Gear Solid 3 was boy. His name is Vamp. That was in the noughties. All of those games sold extremely well and were critically acclaimed. The reason Concord failed was because it's part of a saturated genre, online hero shooter. It's boring, dull, unoriginal, uninnovative, uncreative. People were bored of that game. That is why it failed.
You're definitely not a true 80s gamer.
And I bet you play like 2 games. And I bet you weren't even born in the 80s. And I bet you can't stand 80s games.
Phony clown. Phony clown.
Name calling. But the funny thing is, though, don't you have a problem when the left-wing liberals start calling you names? That's not even Steve. That's just Jack Black wearing a blue shirt. Exactly, Chad. How are you doing, Chad, by the way? How's your day going? Thanks for taking the time to join this live stream. I am just allowing
Whispering female neglecting her role.
prove just how much of an idiot he actually is.
Lefty clown.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear to you, Pat. I am not left-wing, and I'm not right-wing. Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but left-wing and right-wing are 2 wings of the one bird. That one bird controls both left-wing and right-wing. So you mightn't realize this, but you're actually controlled as much as the left-wing are controlled, pal. This bird deliberately spreads its wings, deliberately spreads left-wing from right-wing, spreads humanity, divides humanity, has people like me and you fighting each other, right, to distract us from what actually matters. Do you actually care about other issues that go on in the world? Or do you just throw your toys out of your pram and get into a sissy fit whenever Cyrax and Sector become female in Mortal Kombat? How do you feel about political corruption? How do you feel about corporate greed? How do you feel about evil? I'd love to hear of you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But I'm not left wing. And I'm not right wing. Because they're both idiots who are both controlled.
Better cook. Your voice sounds girly. Queer.
My voice sounds girly. Well, you must be spending a lot of time with trans people then, or drag queens then, because if this is how girly sounds to you, then maybe you have something to share with us in the live stream, pal. That's okay. I mean, if you like trans people, that's fine. You know, a lot of people who have problems with trans or gay people actually end up being gay and trans anyway. It's a fun fact.
Ooh, moo.
Moo. That's how your mother sounded when I banged her.
You got pink or blue hair.
Pink or blue hair. Whoa. Again, I mean, this person has like a bingo card, you know, and this person is like has automatically ticked boxes of who I am without even getting to know me. Ask me genuine questions. Get to know me. Get to know me.
Queer boy.
But the thing is, though, Divine Void. The thing is, I want to make a point here because this guy or girl must think that I also have a bingo card for them. I must think that I. See, you mentioned Trump. With all due respect, Trump has got nothing to do with this. You see, this person is probably thinking that I'm thinking they're supporting Trump, or that they are against um, abortion, or that they're or say that they're that they're against abortion, and that like yeah. The thing is, I don't look at life like that. I don't look at people and say, "Oh, you're left wing, so you got to be this and that and the other." Or you're right wing, so you got to be this and that and the other. You got to support this politician and not support that politician, and believe in God and don't believe in God. I don't look at people like that. You see, you know.
Leftist clown. Make America great again.
See, this is the funny. See, I don't know if he's actually saying that as in like he's genuinely serious, or if he's trying to say that he's trying to say that I'm actually a Trump supporter, because that's hilarious.
Out with all.
Okay, what about your favorite? Do you follow football or any sport, or when you're looking forward to a video game? Like when people that aren't your skin color and doesn't look like you or act like you or was born in the same country as you, if they make those games and they're part of your favorite sporting club, how do you feel about them? And also, what if you had a friend, someone close to you, that isn't the same skin color as you, but maybe has the same accent as you, but they were born in this country, so I don't really care about that. That person is not black. No, 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 that person is not black at all. No, 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 no. That person is, that doesn't matter. But then 10 minutes later, you're being racist towards a black person. Imagine being imagine being that hypocritical. Oh my days. Oh no, someone disagrees with you.
Migrants, migrants, migrants because of the migrants. It's the migrants, migrants.
Oh man, what a sad, sad life. That everything has to be blamed on migrants. What a sad, sad individual you are.
Useless DNA.
I know he's literally trolling, but the thing is with these kind of trolls is when they know they're being defeated, they try to come across as the troll then. Like, I don't care either way, to be quite honest with you. I don't care either way.
Useless DNA.
The only useless DNA here was the cum that came out of your father's dick. It shouldn't have went into your mother's pussy. It should have went down your dad's throat. Because that's where your useless DNA belongs, pal. And I won't quit yapping. I'm going to be still here and I'm going to call you out as the absolute idiot and retard that you are, pal. And here, I get back to what I said earlier about you're telling me to quit yapping, but you'd be the first person that would
Say mainstream media is telling you what to do. Don't do what they're telling you to do. Never shut up. Don't let them shut you up.
But here you are telling me to shut up. Do you not see the irony in that? Fool, I ain't the fool who watches TikTok videos with no starts and no ends. I don't let TikTok videos define my reality. I think for myself. I speak for myself. I take actions for myself. I don't wait for a TikTok video to come along to decide what I must say next and what I must do next, or who I must hate and who I must like. So the only fool here is you, and I won't quit yapping. Girl, boy. Dork. Dork. Oh my God, man. Who am I talking to, man? So who am I talking to? Bart Simpson? Seriously? Are you going to say eat my shorts next? Holy fuck.
Video game characters don't exist and you're making everything up.
Yeah, exactly. Video game characters don't exist, so maybe don't cry about their sexuality and their race and their gender then. Exactly. They're all made up. I would focus on real life issues like political corruption, corporate greed, and evil.
Sexuality played no role in games.
Back then, they absolutely did, my friend. They absolutely did. They absolutely did. Vamp was bisexual in Metal Gear Solid 2 in the noughties. Main character in Fair Effect on PlayStation 1 in the 90s was lesbian. The thing is, pal, nobody cried about it back then. They just bought the game, played it, enjoyed it. Nowadays, if a video game has a character that just happens to be gay, happens to be lesbian, or there's a side mission that mentions someone's sexuality, people start crying and bitching and saying, "This is woke, this is woke." Or Concord has characters that have pronouns. "Oh, this is woke, this is woke, this is going to be shit. This is why it flopped." No, it flopped because the game is fucking boring. The genre is saturated. It's unoriginal. It's uncreative. It's uninnovative. That is why it flopped.
Liar! Liar! I'm born in the 70s.
You were born in the 70s, man. You sound like you were born in fucking yesterday, man. You came in here talking about Cyrax and him being a fake Mortal Kombat fan. That's the thing. He came in here talking about two fictional video game characters who don't exist, but he was bitching about them.
I'm older than you.
You're older than me, but you act like a little child. How sad is that? With nothing better to do, absolutely. Spends his entire life watching TikTok videos with no start, middle, and end, and he has to wait for those TikTok videos to say something or do something.
You're a leftist. You're a leftist.
How am I a leftist? Explain to me how I'm a leftist. Back that point up. Explain to me how I'm a leftist. JBL Texas Ranger returned to TNA. What the fuck? TNA? JBL. Oh my God. I didn't know TNA was still around.
You pretend to be neutral and exhausted, but you're a lefty.
No, I don't pretend to be anything, pal. I ain't like you. I ain't like people like you. I just told you, left wing and right wing are two wings of, I'm going to say, demon. Let's say left wing and right wing. Alfie, Penny would love this. Let's say that left wing and right wing are two wings of Satan, the fallen angel, who hates humanity, despises humanity, wants to destroy humanity. And he is spreading those wings. He is spreading us. He's spreading us. He's dividing us between left wing and right wing, hating each other, attacking each other like me and this guy is doing right now to distract us from what's actually happening. Political corruption, corporate greed, and evil, just to name a few things wrong with this world. We're all too busy hating people because they don't have the same skin color as us, because they don't have the same religion as us, because they don't think like us. We hate them, we fight them, and we kill them. And both sides are being controlled. Both sides, left-wing liberals have to wait for a hashtag trend to fight for what they believe in. They have to be told by the LGBTQIA plus corporation what sexuality they should choose next. They are being told how to think and what to do just as much as the right wing are. Because right wing, they watch videos with no starts and ends, and oh, you got to hate migrants because they're coming into your country and hating you. I was in the city today in the morning, and I saw a white Irish woman high out of her fucking skull, causing shit, going around punching people. And literally 10 seconds later, I walked past a person who was not of my skin color, and he said, "Good morning." So my Irish citizen is high out of her skull first thing in the morning and would punch me if I went near her. But the person your type accused of being violent and coming into your country going to kill you says good morning to me. How do you feel about that? So I ain't left wing and I ain't right wing. They're both as crazy as each other. But who cares if someone is left or right? Well, the thing is though, they're both the same. Two wings of the one demon. Fuck it. You can't even put it in the live stream because you know you'll be banned. Don't see. The thing is, though, you see, I look at things. I understand what you're saying, divine void. But the thing about me is, I could. See, I hold the power. I can literally remove this guy from my channel right now and disregard this person and never again speak about them. I have that power. They don't have that power. I do. But I choose to let this person prove to themselves and everyone watching how much of an idiot they are.
Left faggot, left faggot. Queer gaming by, queer gaming by, queer gaming by.
Listen to this, how crazy this guy is. I'm actually concerned, genuinely concerned for this person's mental health right now. It's crazy. All they can say is the same thing over and over again. This person is supposed to be older than me. This person was born in the 70s, but he's acting like a 10-year-old right now. Man, shut up. Oh, he's getting angry now. No, I won't shut up. And the thing is, you, again, to go back, and you have yet to address any of my points, by the way. You are telling me to shut up. And if you're calling me a left wing, then I presume that you identify as right wing. And once again, I don't identify as any of those wings because it's useless, because they're controlled by the one demon itself. You are telling me to shut up. You are telling me to shut up. You have a problem with me expressing my freedom of speech. You've got a problem with me. You've got a problem with me having freedom of speech, but you'd be the first person that would say, "Oh, look at this! They're arresting people for their Facebook posts. They're telling people not to talk. They're telling people not to speak out. I won't shut up. I won't be silenced." But you want me to be silent. You not realize how hypocritical you are right now. Social engineering is a concept that goes over people's heads. I think common sense and logic is a concept that goes over people's heads. That's the problem. I was hoping TikTok would get banned over here. I mean, TikTok has its advantages. All social media has its advantages at the end of the day. And it seems this person has went quite not necessarily. This is how you deal with a troll. This is how you deal with an idiot. You let them tire themselves out like a little toddler. Because they have the mindset of a toddler. They sound like a toddler. They act like a toddler. So it's like letting a toddler running around the room get tired, and then bedtime is much easier because they just tire themselves out. I'm so sorry to my viewers for delaying so much time, but I was in the mood. Sometimes I'm in the mood to just remove them from the channel directly. Other times I just want to let them show themselves up, basically. It's a bit like how I don't need to make videos and streams about the state of modern gaming and the fact that we're living in a great second video game crash. I just let modern gaming speak for itself. Concord can speak for itself. Suicide Squad can speak for itself. All the layoffs in the video game industry can speak for itself. I don't need to remind people of that. It's on your social feed every single day of the week. And people like that, like, I don't need to get offended. I don't need to get annoyed. I don't need to get angry at this person. All I need to do is let this person speak and prove themselves and prove to all of us how much of an idiot they are. And they're gone. I don't see a comment from them. The last thing he said to me was, "Shut up," with a big exclamation mark. So he was like, "Shut up, shut up," you know. And they've got nothing else to say. And again, I just find it ironic that someone like him is telling me to shut up, because they would be the kind of person that would say, "We're being silenced. We can't speak out. We can't have an opinion. If someone has an opinion that's different to yours, they tell us to shut up." And that's literally what he's telling me to do right now. It's so funny. And you know what though? I mean, these people think we're living in North Korea, or we're living in fucking China, or like some kind of like real like extreme like dictatorship. We have a right to stand outside government buildings and protest in a peaceful, respectful way. Obviously, if you're going to show up there, right, with your freshly fucking ironed Nike fucking tracksuit, right, with your socks wrapped around your pants, you know, you know, throwing fucking rocks at the buildings, you know, shouting God knows whatever, you're going to get arrested for like public disorder or whatever else. You're going to get arrested. There is a thing called law, you know. But if you just literally, I could wake up tomorrow morning, travel to Dublin, go to Dáil Éireann, go to government building and protest I could protest against, where would I start? State of the health system. I think it's a disgrace the amount of fucking patients that are on hospital beds or hospital trolleys. And I could just walk up and down and protest. And I can guarantee you nobody would have a problem with it. Providing I don't go into the building, providing I'm not in the way of anyone, providing I'm not causing any disruption to anyone, there'll be no problem. But if you're going to go up there attacking people, shouting, throwing things at them, that is not protesting. The thing is, though, if I go to North Korea, if I go to China, if I go to any real like dictatorship country, I would literally be arrested at the very least for doing that, potentially even killed. So as an Irish citizen, I'm so lucky that I can actually have that amount of freedom to actually protest against. See, there's a difference between being a protester and being a scumbag. You know, there's actually quite a big difference, actually. You see, the thing is, you know, this person accused me of being pretending to be neutral, but I'm really left. No, I'm not neutral. I'm perfectly fucking aware of what this world is and the kind of people in it. I've just realized how stupid I've been this whole time. I've realized how stupid it is to like, you know, think that left wing and right wing are separate entities when they're actually not. They're controlled by the one fucking mind. And, you know, when I realized the intention, you know, which is to divide humanity, have us fight amongst ourselves while everything else is happening, that's what it is. So I don't hate people. I'm not going to hate everyone else. I'm not going to hate everyone else. I'm going to basically I'm going to attack, well, not physically, but well, not yet anyway. But what needs to be attacked, and someone who is not the same religion as me, or not the same sexuality as me, or not the same skin color as me, why would that be a problem to me? Why would that be a problem to me? You know, and it's not. And it's also funny because these people like him come across as, you know, we're the good guys and they're the bad guys, and left wing liberals, they're so aggressive, and, you know, which some of them actually are, let's be honest. But the fact of the matter is, like, I mean, who's the bad guy here? Between me and him, who's the bad guy? I mean, he's saying now, migrants shouldn't be in this country. Well, obviously, illegal migrants shouldn't be in this country. Nobody should be in this country illegally, full stop. That's not a debate, that's common sense. That shouldn't be debated. That shouldn't need to be debated. Like, it's common sense. If you're in the country, I mean, if I go to America tomorrow morning illegally, I'm arrested. Homeland Security, all that kind of stuff, right? You can't come into a country illegally. That's common sense. It's a law. It doesn't make you racist. You don't need to rant about that. You don't need to walk on eggshells about that. So, as far as my opinion on illegal immigration is concerned, well, it shouldn't be happening because you don't know who that person is. You can't check that person's history. No one should be allowed into this country illegally, full stop. That's how I feel about it. But the thing is, this person didn't mention illegal immigration. This person said, oh, get them all out, get them all out, get them all out. Get who out? Kind, respectful people? You know? Like, was this person respectful to me? I don't think he was. Call me a faggot, call me a queer. Yeah, that's really respectful. Yeah, yeah. That's really respectful. Telling me to shut up, among other things. So it's just, yeah, I mean, the hypocrisy. I mean, the hypocrisy is just outstanding with people like that. Anyway, I'm going to stream for another 30 minutes and we're going to, change the fucking, the mood of the stream. So, if you are wondering what is next on Classic Hits Gaming, you can still check out my community post. It's kind of gone back a bit now because I was actually posting a load of stuff about Concord, just taking the piss out of Concord, really, taking the piss out of modern gaming. But it's down there somewhere. Keep scrolling, you'll find it. But don't worry, because tomorrow morning, Irish time, quite early, I will officially reveal what is next on Classic Hits Gaming. So stay tuned for that. But it's been really fun. Actually, I've got a funny feeling that YouTube has done something to my live stream. Even though, for a change, I was actually the good guy, and I wasn't saying anything really bad. If anyone is watching the live stream right now, Divine Void, if you're still there, Kyle, if you're still there, just type something in the live chat to say hi or something. Just say hi, just so I know that something isn't up with the live chat. Because sometimes that does happen. YouTube are pretty strange individuals at the best of times. I've been good, YouTube. I've been good. But yeah, it's been. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Who is that? That is Kyle. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for that. I wasn't too sure there. I thought YouTube bots were like looking at everything that guy was saying and just fucking blaming me for it and having the live chat taken out because of what he said. I think it's disgusting. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I don't really say this enough, but I mean, I have, I actually have friends that are actually gay. And who the fuck does this person think he is, that he can come on the live stream and say something like that? He's a disgusting. He is a disgusting piece of shit. He's a hateful, disgusting piece of shit who wouldn't know kindness and respect if it slapped him across the fucking face. Thanks, Chad. And I swear to God, I wouldn't mind slapping this fucker across the face. And I can tell you one thing. He said he was born in the 70s. I don't know. If this person knows me, and you're older than me, which it's because, I mean, I don't have to worry about the person being younger than me. If you're older than me, man, I actually step up. Seriously, square up. I actually haven't fought someone in a very long time, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I don't go looking for a fight. I haven't fought for a long time, but you know what, man? I just feel like I want to fight this fucker. I'm not even joking, man. I know that violence isn't the answer, and all that, but I really feel like I want to fight this person. I don't mean fucking knives and fucking guns and fucking weapons and all that kind of shit. I mean old school, settle your difference, in hell in a cell. No, seriously. Because who the fuck does this guy think he actually is? Honestly, The fuck does this guy think he's a disgusting piece of shit? And it's so funny because these disgusting pieces of shit. Oh, like it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like because they pretend that they care. They pretend they care about people. They pretend they care about people and the victims and the victims' families, and they care about crime, and oh, these people are coming into the country and they're this and they're that and they're doing this and they're doing that, and you know we got to make sure that. Oh my god, I can't even put the words, but like just look at how much of a cunt he actually is. You know, I mean, I just look. I'll tell you one thing, right? Look, I'll tell you one thing. Whatever his views are, right, on video games and wokeness, that's fine. Whatever his views are on me as a like, if he wants to accuse me of being like a lefty, what? That's fine. Whatever. But like, to come out and start fucking saying things like you're a faggot and you're a queer. I mean, who's the good guy and bad guy here? You know? I don't know. I just can't put it into words, man. Other than this guy is just, yeah. I mean, he speaks for it. He just it speaks volumes, for his character and the kind of person he is. I mean, I don't want someone like It's funny because you'll hear things like people like him. I presume he's Irish. I don't know. I don't know if he's Irish. Actually, I don't think he actually is Irish. Actually, but in Ireland, like you'll hear people saying like, "Oh, we got to fight for this country. We got to get our country back." Michael Collins will be turning in his grave. I tell you one thing: Michael Collins would fucking slap the living shit out of someone like you because you do not represent this country. You are not what this country fucking needs. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Ireland. I'm sorry. I don't need to be alienated any of my views. But like, I don't want someone like that fighting for this country. I don't want someone like that being the next generation of this country. Not that I want most of the fucking Zoomers. Not that I want most of the fucking left wing fucking representing this country. I don't want any fucking part of that fucking bird representing this fucking country. But I mean, it's just, I mean, that level of hatred, that level of vileness. I just, it's disgusting. Like, you know. You're the good guy, in my humble opinion. Well, thank you. I don't really. I look at things in a much. I don't think there's. I don't know. It's like I think good and bad. I don't think it's as black and white. But I appreciate what you were saying, because I mean I have good days and I have bad days, like all of us really. But yeah, thank you. Because I feel like I was just. I mean, this guy attacked me. I mean, let's face it. Like, not physically attacked me, because I would fucking physically knock this fucker out, to tell you the truth. But this guy, like, comes onto the live stream, says these things, has a problem with people who are not the same skin color as him, racist, starts bringing up religion, starts targeting everyone of that religion with the same brush. And it's just like this person was clearly like on the fucking wrong here, like, but yeah. But I mean, I won because I'm still here and he's not. I refuse. Actually, going forward, actually, I'm actually going to go forward. Although it's oh god, it's difficult not to call idiots like that out. It's difficult not to engage with idiots like that, because I just really feel like I want them to prove to themselves and everyone else watching that they're just pure idiots, that they're brainwashed, that they're controlled, that they're hypocritical, among other things. But This is just like, I'm not going to take part in this pointless civil war that's happening right now in the world between the left wing and right wing. I won't hate my fellow human. I won't allow myself to do it. I'm not going to start fighting people and hating people because they're not the same as me or because they don't think the same as me. You know, they look different to me, they sound different to me, they act different. I'm not going to. I have friends that are of different religion. I have friends that don't have a religion, but I love and respect every single one of them. I'm not going to allow a TikTok video that has no start and no end cause me to look differently at my friends or my family or for anyone for that matter, a stranger on the bus. I'm not going to look at them any differently because they don't look the same as me, sound the same as me, have the same sexuality as me, the same religion as me. I'm not going to let a TikTok video do that. I'm not going to let a pointless civil war do that. And equally, I'm not going to let a far right agenda, so a far left agenda, control my life or change my life, you know, or ruin my enjoyment of something. Oh, you can't say that now. This is outdated comedy. Fuck off. I will laugh at that joke, and I don't care if you get offended. If you get offended, well, then that's your problem. So I won't let left wing bullshit ruin my life equally. But the most important thing is I will not allow myself to take part in this pointless civil war. I'm not going to start hating, attacking, fighting my family, my friends, and even strangers on the bus because of who they are, because of how different they are. Again, I have friends that are of different skin color, race, gender, nationality, sexuality, religion. And I'm getting all emotional here. Like, they're genuinely like some of the nicest people in the world. I mean, they might hate me. I don't know. I don't know how they feel about me, but I actually think that they're some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Really and truly. You know, I think they're amazing people. And I don't look at them and it's not, I don't look at them and see a label, you know, The Sims, the game The Sims, the little green triangle. I don't look at someone and see a big giant green triangle with a label in the middle saying Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jew, black, white, male, female, straight, gay. No, I don't. I just see a person with a good personality, you know, make me laugh, make me think about things differently, just have a nice time talking to them. I see a person. That's what I see. I see a person. I'm not going to let a pointless civil war that is orchestrated by an actual demon spreading its wings left and right wing, getting us to fight each other, distracting us from what really matters. I won't let that happen. So the next time someone joins a live stream like that, I'm going to remind them of that, and I will not actually engage in this. I'm not going to give them, because this person is convinced that I'm left wing, so I'm not going to allow them to feel that I'm left wing, because it'll create this narrative where apparently I'm left wing and then they're right wing, So look, if they want to identify as right wing, that's fine by me, but I won't be identifying as left wing because buy into that bullshit because it's pointless. It's a pointless civil war, and it's not getting humanity anywhere other than pure destruction at the end of the day. And it's kind of spooky actually when I start comparing. When I actually prefer to say two wings of the same bird, because I think when I start saying like, you know, demon or Satan, it's scary because it adds up. Like, I'm not the biggest religious person in the world, but it actually adds up. Because if you look into a little bit about, like, you know, Satan and Lucifer, the fallen angel, at the end of the day, like, he did actually despise humanity, and he wanted to destroy humanity. And he's on this earth. He's not in hell. He's on this earth. So the concept of left wing and right wing, like, I can't help but think that they're the same. That they're two wings of, like, Satan himself, and it's him that is basically destroying humanity by getting us to fight each other, while maybe he has an influence on politics, massive corporations, and obviously, like, evil. You know, it's just one way of looking at it. But I mean, I don't want to throw a religious touch into it, because it basically, I wouldn't want to, like, because if you start looking at like that, then people are going to say, oh, you're just a religious freak, and I'm not interested in what you have to say. But, like, you know, one thing that is true is that there's left wing and right wing, like, politics, you know, that's been going on for years. But it's getting to a stage now, like, where it's literally a civil war. Like, you know, like, there's protests now on the left side. Literally, you have the left wing and the right wing on both sides of the street. It's gotten. I mean, it's crazy, because it's crazy how controlled both wings are. As I mentioned, they're all controlled. It's crazy how they have their bingo cards, and when they see someone who doesn't, like, share their views, they're automatically either left wing or right wing. So basically, like, I suppose, to cut a long story short on this point that I'm trying to make, is someone from the right wing, the far right, far left, whatever you want to, you can throw in the far before if you want to. But let's say someone from the far right is there, and someone comes up and says, I don't like Donald Trump, right? This far right person is like, oh, well, then you're a crazy left wing liberal, and you know, I bet you're in favor of abortion, and they could be like, well, absolutely not. I just don't like Donald Trump, you know, and then kind of like vice versa, that type of situation. So they just have such a fucking tunnel vision mindset on people, you know, and I don't, because I don't look at the world from a black and white perspective, because the world is not black and white. The world is very complex, extremely complex, and you can't have such a 2D perspective on life, you know. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the gameplay there, and I'm just going to, like, round off the live stream. So, Puzzle Bobble, a very fun, very relaxing arcade game that I spent a lot of time playing in the arcades as a kid, more than any other arcade game. I played a lot of arcade games over the years. I'm actually trying to remember an arcade game that I played. I think it was one of those as, like, side-scrolling shooters, or else it might have been a top-down shooter, but I'm pretty sure it was a side-scrolling shooter. So it could have been something like either is it Gradius or Galaga or R-Type, or it could even be that game called Thunder. It could be any of those games, and it's so hard to pinpoint which one of those games is. So this person is back in the live chat. Perfect way to round off the live chat. This man casually forgets that the nationalist, not far right, demonstrators started after the child stabbings done by migrants and black people. Oh my God. Pal, can I ask you a question? Just stop typing for a second, please. I want to ask you a question. Can you just put all of that to one side for a second? And can you answer one simple question? Would you agree that what this person did to those children was evil? Yes or no? I'll wait for a reply. It's a simple question. It's not about left wing and right wing. It's not about migrants. It's not about skin color. I'm asking a simple question. Do you agree that what that person did, what that thing did to those children was evil? I say thing because I 100% feel that anyone who would stab children to death is not human, and it's just just evil. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because like right now you are behaving like a bot, like an AI bot. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually was an AI bot. And you're just rambling. You're rambling. You're just so fixated on your narrative, on your points, that you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. So I've asked. I'm not going to be here all. I mean, I'm going to have to time myself. So if I'm going to be here for a while, I'm going to stay the next 30 minutes. I'm definitely going to end the live stream in the next 30 minutes because I don't want to be here all night. I mean, I'm conscious of people. Like people join Classic Hits Gaming to watch Classic Gaming. They don't join Classic Hits Gaming for these rants. But I've kind of discussed this topic a good few times. The thing is, there's always going to be a world around us. I can throw on this headset. I can turn off the lights in my room. I can focus my eyes on this TV screen and play a game. But there's a world around me, and it's always going to be there. Things are going to happen. Politics are going to happen. Issues are going to arise, and it's impossible not to address those issues. But what I will say, and as I always say, please let me know every single time. Don't hesitate to let me know how you feel. If you feel like this is ruining the live stream, if you don't want to hear me talk about this topic, if you don't want people like him joining the live stream, let me know, please. If you feel like this is not something that you're interested in, let me know, please. Otherwise, I'm happy enough to engage in it. And he still hasn't answered my question. He's just typing random stuff. So while he hasn't answered my question, so I'm going to have to address what he said. This man casually forgets the nationalist, not far right demonstrators started. Okay, so he's talking about the demonstration. I think he meant to say demonstrations. This man casually forgets that the nationalist, not far right. By the way, I would actually be like, I don't know much about the Nationalist Party, but there's just something I want to address there when it comes to I am like, I'm all for Ireland being Ireland, and I don't care how that sounds. If that makes me racist, call me a racist. I am all for Ireland being Ireland, Ireland having its culture, Ireland speaking Irish, more people speaking Irish, more children speaking Irish. I'm all for Irish accents, not YouTube American accents that children are developing now, but actual Irish accents, Irish identity, Irish culture. I want to see more Irish businesses opening, local Irish businesses opening. I want to see Irish culture. Does that mean that I don't want people from other countries coming to the country and living here? No, absolutely not. because at the end of the day, we're all human and we all live on planet Earth. But as far as like, I just wanted to say that when it comes to national, like, I mean, I don't want to see a country that is just a bland, boring, a bit like modern gaming, unoriginal country that's no different to any other country in Europe. You know, where we're all the same, we all act the same, we all have the same shops, and we all talk the same. No, no. Ireland needs to be Ireland. And if you want to come to Ireland legally, that's great. You want to visit here, that's great. You want to live here legally, that's great. But I feel like Ireland should be Ireland. Just wanted to make that point. After the child stabbings done by migrants and black people, this man defends child stabbings. Apparently, he thinks I defend child stabbings. I mean, on what basis? And he can't even respond. On what basis am I actually defending child stabbings? I mean, what a statement to make and not backing it up with anything. What a statement. What a huge statement to make, and he can't back it up. See, if this person actually listened to somebody else other than his own voice in his head, other than his own narrative, if he wasn't following a narrative that was pushed into his brain by TikTok videos with no start and end, and if he actually listened to other people, again, instead of his own voice, he would know how I feel about those child stabbings. It's evil. How is me saying that those stabbings are evil defending child stabbing? Oh, so I have to be a racist like him. I have to go down the racist narrative. I have to blame migrants. I have to blame black people. I have to say that migration and skin color is the cause of those stabbings. Otherwise, I'm defending a child stabbing. I mean, what a crazy thing to come up with. At the end of the day, anyone who puts a knife to a child and stabs them to death is evil. There's no mental health. Mental health doesn't come into it. Skin color doesn't come into it. Migration doesn't come into it. Religion doesn't come into it. It's evil. Where in the Bible or where in the Quran does it say thou should stab children to death? Show me that in the Quran. Show me that in the Bible, and I'll stop blaming religion. But I'm pretty sure in every religious text, the overall message is to love, to live a peaceful life where you just love the people around you. Okay? No matter what religion you are. So, as I said, it's evil. What this thing did. And I spoke about this actually a good couple of months back, actually, when it happened. I spoke about it. And it's exactly what I said. I said it's evil. But here's the thing. The thing that did that to those children was not a migrant. Migrant comes from the word migration. Migration means you migrate. Migrate means you leave one country to go to another country. This thing was born in the United Kingdom, in Wales. He's Welsh. Now, I like the fact that he has eventually accepted the fact that he wasn't Muslim, because a few streams back he was accusing him of being Muslim. He wasn't Muslim. He was actually from a Christian family. And it's funny because, and this is proof again that he's so fixated on hating Muslims that he won't start saying things like, oh, Christianity is so dangerous. I mean, there's plenty of crimes that are carried out by Christians. Plenty. There's plenty of people that go to mass, that engage with Christian ceremonies, that would identify as being Christian, that stab people every day of the week. They're going around with holy crosses around their neck, right? And they're stabbing people. Who talks about that? White, Christian, Irish people stabbing each other killing each other with crosses around their neck, identifying as Christian. Does that mean that every Christian is a killer? Does that mean we should hate Christianity? No, it doesn't. Where's the statistics there? Who who gets the statistics there? So the next time we hear about stabbing or shooting, not just in Ireland, but any other country, that's carried out by a white person that identifies as a Christian, should we get those statistics and start saying that Christianity is an evil religion? We shouldn't, because it's bullshit. It isn't a religion. But the fact of the matter is, he wasn't a Muslim. He was a Christian. And yes, he was black. The color of his skin was black, but he was born in the UK. Oh, but apparently I'm defending child statics. And he still hasn't responded to my question, which was quite simple. I asked him, does he view what that thing did to those children as evil? And he hasn't responded. And I just farted. That came out in the headset, I'm sorry. Better out and in, as Shrek says. Anyway, this person is not going to reply back because he's just an idiot. He just likes to just say random stuff. How about we all take a nap? I'm definitely, I'm not even, I'm very close to taking a nap there now. So this is unfortunately the way that some of these live streams go. You know, it's hard, divine void. I think you would agree with me. As much as we love gaming, as much as we love to escape the real world and play a fun video game, it's impossible to ignore the real world around us and what happens in it. And it's hard to ignore people that join the live stream and say stuff like that. Sometimes it needs to be addressed. Other times I just won't give two fucks and I'll just remove them from the channel and get on with the gameplay. Other times, like in this live stream, I feel like I have no choice but to address the person and address the issues. And that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But again, I will ask, there's 4 people watching this live stream right now. I know that one of them is Chad, Kyle, and Divine Void. The 4th could possibly be that person or someone else. I would ask that, and you can be honest. You don't have to worry about walking on eggshells here. If you feel that me talking about these topics on Classic Hits Gaming is ruining the live stream, and if it's something that you don't want me to talk about, and you don't want people like that on the live chat, just let me know and don't hesitate and don't hold back. Because the feedback is very important. In fact, I'm actually going to do a community post on it at some stage. I won't do it tomorrow because I'm actually going to be revealing, by the way, I am going to be revealing what is next on Classic Hits Gaming early tomorrow morning as well. So I look forward to that. But just let me know because, at least I know then where I stand. That's very true. Most people like that need more time in the real world. They definitely do. Yeah, that's very true actually as well. It's the trolls that ruin the stream. The thing is, though, I don't know if this person was trolling because it seems like they were trying to make like a genuine point. So when I come across a troll, I usually just remove them from the channel straight away. Like if someone joined the live stream and said, "You're a shit gamer, fuck you," I'm like, okay, remove from channel. But when someone is like coming out and like just making these like political points and just being so stupid, I just sometimes I feel like the need to just call them out on their bullshit, expose them on their bullshit, and just make them show themselves and everyone else watching just how much of an idiot that they are. I will say I am actually exhausted right now, but I still feel like I got a few things to say though. I don't know. I just don't want to take part in the civil war. There's a civil war taking place right now. There's a civil war taking place, and I've been speaking about the civil war. Oh my God, for a good number of years. And I mean years now, a good number of years, well before COVID came along. Years and years and years I've been talking about this. But I always I always said it was going to be us versus them. Because I wouldn't say that I don't think I ever really identified as either right wing or left wing. But I always felt like a civil war was going to happen, and it was going to come down to the point where us, as in, I felt at the time, I felt like us, as in just normal average people, like going up against people who want to like censor everything, control everything, and stuff like that. But I've soon realized that the us versus them is actually left versus right, and it's pointless. It's pointless hating each other, fighting each other, killing each other, while people that don't give two fucks about us, while people who view us as cockroaches beneath their feet. I'm talking about, corrupt politicians. I'm talking about greedy corporate overlords. And I'm talking about evil within every part of society, but also like in the entertainment industry. Those are the issues that we're all distracted from. And we're distracted from them because we're too busy fighting each other. And I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight my fellow human, because I have friends that have a different religion to me. I have, you know, I have friends that are gay, that are bi. Um, I have friends that are that are, I have friends who have all fucking different walks of life, right? I will never look at them any differently, because why would I? Why would I? I mean, like, what, like, it's amazing. Like, like friendship, like friends, family, like acquaintances, like a friendly person on the bus that you get talking to, like, you know, intimacy or whatever. Like all of these, like people who we spend time with, no matter what they represent to us, like whether they're family, friends, more than friends, whatever. Like the things that, like, the only word I can use is the things that attract us to those people, the reasons we want to be around those people. It's not their skin color, it's not their religion, it's not their race. Okay, sometimes it is their gender for obvious reasons. But I mean, that's only if it was like an intimacy type thing. But it's not their sexuality. It's the person. I can't stress that enough. It's the person, and that's how I look at life. I look at life from the point of view of who are you as a person? Do you treat me with respect, kindness? Do I enjoy your company? Do you enjoy my company? Stuff like that. What makes you laugh? What do I find funny about you? What do I find interesting about you? Why do I like you as a person? It's not going to come down to your skin color, your religion, your race, or your gender, or your sexuality. So this pointless civil war has us hating each other because of those issues. Because I come out, I mean, I get it. Before I end the live stream, look, I get it. Everyone, like, the one thing I will say as well is everyone is entitled to free speech and everyone is entitled to their opinion. And there's lots of opinions that need to be said on the world that we live in. Look, I know it's not as simple as that. At the end of the day, one of the biggest issues facing at least Ireland right now and a lot of countries in Europe is, and I can't stress this enough, illegal immigration. People that are coming into the country illegally with no documentation. The potential harm and threat to that is obvious, and it does not need to be explained. We're talking about potential criminals, And also people who haven't actually committed a crime, but their mental health mightn't be the best. They might be completely unstable, and there's no documentation to, to show that. There's no medical history, there's no criminal history, there's nothing. The person just comes into the country, and that's it. That should not be allowed for obvious reasons. The biggest reason is it's illegal. It's already illegal. Having a conversation about that should not make you racist, but it also should not make you like left wing or right wing. It just makes you a person who's making a common sense and logical point. You know, but like brushing everyone with the same brush is not the way to go. You walk down the road, you see someone that isn't the same, you know, that doesn't have the same color skin as you, or let's say you see someone that is like not the same religion as you. Like assuming that that person is in this country illegally and assuming that this person is like a dangerous criminal is retarded. It isn't just racist and it isn't discriminative. It's just retarded. I'm going to go on that. Take it easy. I'm going to go as well shortly. I'm kind of in my kind of rambling mode right now. But Divine White, thank you so much for stopping by the live stream. I can make a promise that the next live stream, I will absolutely put this person. I will hide this person from the channel. In fact, I'll actually do it right now, actually, because he obviously isn't responding to me. So hide user on this channel. There's no point. He's obviously not responding. So, but anyway, enjoy your nap. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you in the next stream. And look forward to what is next on Classic Hits Gaming. So yeah, I'm about to go on now in a few minutes myself, but I just feel like people like him I feel sorry for them because they just got such a narrow view on life, and they think like they think they know everyone. They think they can just put everyone, and this goes for the left wing as well. This goes for the left. If I went up to a left wing, a far left wing liberal protesting about whatever, protesting about like if I was walking the streets of Cork City and there was a protest and all I heard was refugees are welcome here. If I approached one of those members and if I said, I think it's, I think I don't have any problem with people coming into this country, living here, working here, visiting here. I've no problem with that. I've no problem with someone who's a different skin color to me. But what I do have a problem with is illegal immigration. I can guarantee you that a lot of those people would start shouting Nazi scum. Imagine being called a Nazi scum because you don't want someone coming into this country illegally. Imagine that. And imagine starting off the conversation by saying that you have no problem with people coming into the country and you have no problem with the skin color. But all that person wants to hear, all this controlled, and I'm talking about left wing here. All this controlled person wants to hear is, and all they see is racist, Nazi scum, and they start assuming everything. It's like a domino effect. Then it's a domino effect. You're automatically a racist. You're automatically a Nazi, and then even though you didn't even mention sexuality, you're a homophobic, you're a transphobic, you're an Islamophobic, even though they're atheists, because if you actually had a conversation about Jesus and God, all of a sudden, fuck the church, separate church from the state, but it's okay for us to take down holy statues to please other people from other religions. Their mindset is so fucking hypocritical, on both sides. But on the left wing, they start assuming everything. Oh, you're a Trump supporter. Oh, I bet you got a problem with this, you got a problem with that. And it's the same with the right wing. The same with the right wing. If I went up to a right wing person and if they said, get him out of the country, go back to your own country, go back. That's the one that's so cringe. So go back to your own country. If I went up to them, let's say I was black. Let's say that my parents, right? Let's say my parents were African, born in Africa, black. Let's say they moved to Ireland and I was born in Ireland and I'm black and I've lived here all my life and I'm walking up and I'm hearing, go back to your own country. And if I turn around and say, I was born here, I think it's great that people are coming into this country. Oh, so you're saying that you want illegal immigration? Oh, I bet you're up and down the fucking streets raping this person, raping that person. That's their mindset because they're so controlled that they tick these boxes, you know. And it's so sad that people don't have an original thought anymore. No one is an individual anymore. They're just doing and saying what everyone else is saying. And that is why it is so tiring and draining for me, when I have these conversations, because it would be look, it would be easy for me to go onto TikTok or X and watch these videos with no start, middle, and end, and repeat every single thing that was in the video and think that it's coming from me. And the same with the right wing. I could listen to some fucking self-righteous fucking left-wing liberal, talking about fucking how the world is full of smiles and laughter. Let this person into the country. Doesn't matter if you don't know who they are, just let them in. I think we should teach 5-year-olds the meaning of transsexuality. I think we should teach a 5-year-old about, sex education. You know, um, an unborn child, abortion, they're nothing more than a bunch of cells at the end of the day. And watch those videos and start repeating every single thing they say. That would be easy. It's easy to, it's easy to be a sheep, you know. It's easy to be a sheep and just follow what everyone else does. But I'm going to kung some sheep now and go to sleep. Oh God. Okay, so it's been a long enough live stream. It got fairly political, you know, towards the end half of the stream. So to round up the live stream, I just want to say thank you everyone who watched my Puzzle Bobble live gameplay. Thank you overall for supporting Classic Hits Gaming. It's great to be able to distract myself and distract you lovely people from the terrible state of modern gaming, from the second great video game crashing. Shine the spotlight on really like fun, original, innovative, creative classic games in the 80s, 90s, and 90s, the greatest decades of gaming. So it's a pleasure to be able to do this. Stay tuned for what is next on Classic Hits Gaming. I'll reveal it early tomorrow morning. You can get a tease if you scroll to my community post, but all will be revealed tomorrow. So thank you so much. Great game. Thanks for playing it. It is my pleasure. You're more than welcome. And thank you for watching. Sleep well, Classic, and keep rocking. I certainly will. Certainly will. It's tiring stuff being an individual, in this world, but I will certainly rock on. Thank you all for your support and for your understanding as well. And, I'll have a proper conversation about this whole, people joining the live stream and getting political and me responding to it and everything else. I want to get your feedback on it. So I'm going to put it up on a community post at some stage, and I just want to get feedback on terms of how people feel about that. And, whether they want me to talk about it or whatever else. And we can kind of go from there. But until then, I'm going to go to bed. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for support, and I'll see you all next time on Classic Hits Gaming.